Question 1. How often do you take photos? Why not?
I'd say I don't take photos very often, mainly because I feel a bit awkward posing in front of a camera and trying to look good. I'm not really comfortable being photographed, so I tend to avoid it when I can. That said, I do take photos occasionally, especially when I'm spending time with friends or family, or when I'm traveling. For me, it's more about capturing meaningful moments rather than taking pictures for the sake of it. Also, I've noticed that I prefer candid shots over posed ones as they feel more natural and genuine. Those are usually the photos I enjoy looking back on the most.
Question 2. Do you like taking photos of yourself? Why not?
Not really, to be honest. I've never been a big fan of taking photos of myself, mainly because I feel a bit awkward in front of the camera and don't really know how to pose naturally. I also feel that selfies can sometimes look a bit forced, so I don't enjoy them that much. I'd much rather have someone take candid photos of me, as they tend to look more natural and capture genuine moments. That said, I still take selfies once in a while, especially during special occasions or when I'm traveling, just to keep a few personal memories.
Question 3. Do you have a favorite family photo? Why not?
Yes, I do. I think most people probably have one. My favorite is a photo of me and my sister that was taken when we were around 9 or 10. My dad took it when he had just bought his first film camera, so we were all really excited about it. He asked us to pose so he could test the camera, but I remember feeling quite awkward, so I ended up pulling a silly face while my sister just posed randomly. Even though it wasn't a perfect photo, it actually turned out to be one of my favorites because it feels very natural and brings back a lot of childhood memories.
Question 4. Would you like to learn how to take better photos? Why not?
I'm not so sure, to be honest. As I mentioned earlier, I feel that a spontaneous photo of a genuine moment can sometimes be just as good as, or even better than, a well planned one. So I don't think I'd invest much time in improving my photography skills. Besides, I'm not a professional photographer, and I have other priorities. If I have some free time, I'd rather spend it on more important things, like improving my language or teaching skills, since I'm aiming to become a good teacher. I like to talk about a time when a group of my friends and I couldn't stop smiling. It happened a few months ago, not long after I had adopted two little kittens. Since most of my friends are also cat lovers, we got together and ended up chatting about pets. At one point, one of my friends mentioned a funny way to test whether a cat is smart or not. The idea was to gently hold the cat and move it toward a wall to see if it would use its paws to push back. So we decided to try it with one of my kittens, whose name is Coke. The first time we did it, she reacted immediately and pushed back with her paws, and the way she did it looked so funny that we all burst out laughing. What made it even funnier was that when we tried it again, she seemed to resist in a different way, almost as if she had learned from the first time. That just made everyone laugh and smile even more. I think the reason why everyone was smiling was simply because it was such a lighthearted and joyful moment. We were all relaxed, enjoying each other's company, and the kitten's reaction made everything even more amusing. Moments like that are quite rare nowadays, so it really stayed with me.
Question 1. Do you think people who like to smile are more friendly?
Yes, I think so. People who smile more often tend to come across as more approachable and friendly. A smile can make others feel more comfortable, especially in social situations or when meeting someone for the first time. It also gives the impression that they're open and positive, which naturally encourages others to interact with them. That's probably why people who smile a lot often find it easier to build relationships. Of course, it doesn't always mean they're genuinely friendly, but it certainly creates a positive first impression.
Question 2. Why do most people smile in photographs?
I think most people smile in photographs because it helps them look more attractive and approachable. A smile creates a positive impression, so naturally, people want to present themselves in the best possible way when being photographed. Also, photos are often taken during special occasions like trips, parties, or family gatherings, so smiling reflects the happy mood of those moments. It's a way of capturing positive memories. I guess it's also a bit of a social habit. People are so used to smiling for the camera that it almost comes automatically.
Question 3. Do women smile more than men? Why?
I think, in general, women do tend to smile more than men, and this is probably influenced by social expectations. In many cultures, women are often encouraged to appear more friendly and approachable, so smiling becomes a natural way to express that. Men, on the other hand, are sometimes expected to appear more serious or reserved, which might make them smile less in public. That said, I don't think this is always the case. It really depends on personality and the situation, as some men are very expressive, while some women may be more reserved.
Question 4. Do people smile more when they are younger or older?
I'd say people probably smile more when they're younger. Children and teenagers tend to express their emotions more freely, so they laugh and smile quite easily, even over small things. As people get older, they often become more reserved or have more responsibilities, which can make them less expressive in everyday life. That said, older people might smile more in meaningful situations as they tend to appreciate small moments more. So I guess it's less about age itself and more about life circumstances and personality.